standing alone with my thoughts again. Heaven comes fast and you comes flood with my life. The time is now to open your eyes and see what's inside you. The time is now to raise up your voice and sing of His glory. And sing of His glory. And sing of His glory. Thoughts of our Lord and His sacrifice. Bring feelings of overwhelming gratitude into my heart. The time is now to open your eyes and see what's inside you. The time is now to raise up your voice and sing of His glory. And sing of His glory. And sing of His glory. I will not fall. I will stand true. I will not fall.
All right, peace of Christ to all. We are here again, and today again we have actually it is not an old topic and it is not a new topic, because this topic will never be old and this topic will never change. Don't listen and people don't understand, nothing will change. You know, I noticed that each time the Muslims, they do an attack anywhere, especially if it is in the West, right away they jump and they make tons of articles trying to say that what happened has nothing to do with Islam, and those who do things are not even Muslims, and all kind of this kind of words you can hear all over. And for sure there's many, they sponsor this propaganda, even from those who they are not Muslims. I believe there's a mental issue and we need to solve this mental issue. Now today I posted in some places, I saw actually some posts in Facebook too, and I posted too, where we made a challenge for Muslims to come and debate us if they're there. If you notice with me, look at the look at my videos. There's only one Abdul. He don't even dare to speak to me by his voice. But we don't see any Abdul posting anything. And all his posts is funny and actually proving me to be right and proving Islam to be false and disgusting and stupid. What is the Muslims who believe in Islam? What is the Muslims who really they want to? How come we find videos they made of them, but they don't dare to debate us? So what we will do today, we are going to go over some of the Muslims propaganda, which is all over, and we are going to refute it. In the same time, we will look for a solution, because we don't want to be just people who speak about what's happening. We want to be part of what's happening, and we want to find a solution, and we want to be warriors to fight those who do call themselves terrorists. I am not really interested in speaking about terrorists. I am interested more in fighting those terrorists. And if our government is not able to fight them, when let the people do it then. And trust me, the people will do a better job, because the government, as you see, they are just controlled by liberals, and until now they cannot even open a cell phone. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. A guy, he did attack, he killed many people, and they cannot open his cell phone. And you are telling me you want to fight terrorist organizations? Are you serious? So can you put your trust in the government really, that they are the one who will protect you? I can, if you have a government different from this government. What I see until now in the West, there is no government. I see a bunch of businessmen who they are liberals, and they are living their fantasy of the Valentine Day. For them, there is no terrorism. For them, actually, you know what? I found out that in Brussels, the government, they run an ad, and that ad made fun or make fun of those who say there is a terrorist attack might happen, and they called them Islamophobia just a week before the attack, which means last week. Run and paid by the stupid government of Brussels, making fun of those who speak about a terrorist attack. It might happen anytime, and we have to be careful. You believe it or not? So what you expect from those governments? Are they really going to protect you? Are they capable? You know, the reason actually for me, I believe the reason of terrorism is increasing, especially after George Bush is gone. You see, whatever you say about George Bush, you like him, you don't like him. In his time, the terrorist was behaving like puppet. You know, the puppies. Since Obama he came, this guy, he said it clearly, I'm not going to attack you. You attack us. I'm not going to go for war. You do whatever you want. So they know there is no consequence. And this is my challenge for anyone who don't agree with me. If we are going, to elect a new president in the coming year, and this president, he say clearly, I am willing to go in war and I'm going to whip them out, you will see how the number of terrorism will decrease. We need someone who will say to those terrorists, you know what, if you attack us, we are going to whip out your cities, not only your town, not only your street, not only your house. The city which is nesting you, we are going to take it off of the map. And he do it. And then you will see how they will behave like dogs, like puppy. Look what happened. Attack after attack after attack. And what the Western do? Nothing. Like seriously, what they do? I'm saying seriously, what they did? Nothing. Like, you know, after killing almost 200 people in France, what the France did? Nothing. Like when you think, you know, somebody killed 200 French people, the French army will be in alarm, and they will send the French army to destroy ISIS in less than a week. This is what a real leader will do. But those are potatoes. Those that don't want to go in war, they cannot handle war. Those people, they are not thinking about their future as a country. They are thinking about their future as people of politics. He wanted to be elected again. He feared if he go in a war, he will lose. He will lose the election, not the war. For them, winning the war is not a big deal. You know, they say to themselves, you know what? It happened before. There's people who won the war and they lose election. It's true, you know, because in the West they have different mentality. So what they are worried about is how we can keep our chair and our office, not how to win a war. And as long you cannot provide real leaders who they are willing to do whatever is going to take to defeat those evil people, you will never have a solution. They would do it more. Actually, you are encouraging them. Look, after what they did, we have Brussels is the capital of the NATO. You know that this is the capital of the NATO. Actually, the attack happened like a few meters away from the center of the NATO. Shouldn't the NATO gather together and wage war and destroy those evil groups in less than a maximum? It's not going to take them, trust me, not even a week. Those people are capable of destroying the whole earth. Not ISIS and Qaeda and potato tomato. They can destroy the whole earth. They know where they are located. They know where they're centered. They know where their training camps. And what they do, they say to you, today we did launch 11 attack on ISIS by airplanes. 11 attacks. Why? And the 11 attacks is done by how many? We have this is including the American airplanes and the French airplanes. Why? Is that because America have only 11 airplanes? Are we short of airplanes? So obviously we are. We don't have airplanes. Look like America have one airplane, and England have one airplane, half airplane, and France have like a quarter airplane, and the total will be 11 airplane. There's nobody. If you don't have real leaders, those people will keep, trust me, that there's a terrorist attack is coming tomorrow, and that I'm not being a prophet. I do not need to be a prophet. It's happening, it's going to happen. And it's the foolishness of a human being to believe that those people will stop. As long as you don't beat them, I don't want to use a bad language, you don't beat the hell of them, they will never stop. Obama is convincing us that he is attacking ISIS. What do you mean attacking ISIS? Where? We saw the Russian attacking ISIS. Yes. What the Russian did in a few weeks, USA did not do in 3 years. Because the Russian, they were really capable, and they mean it. They have a real president. The Russian, they have a real leader. They have a man, the terrorists they fear. What we have in the West, we have a potatoes. And now everybody is scared from Trump because Trump look like real. This guy, he is going to, he's not going. He's going to make a mashed potato. And I hope he mean what he say, because this is what we need. Enough is enough. We need real leaders, and those people, they are not going to stop unless we have those real leaders. We have the most powerful army in the world, and look what they are doing. You see, we have army protecting the Saudi government. We have army protecting the Kuwaiti government. We have army base even in Japan. We have army bases even in the Philippines. We have army bases in South America, North America, you name it, all over the earth. But we cannot send more 11 airplanes to fight ISIS. Like, isn't it really amazing disaster? What would you like? Isn't it hard to believe? This is what America can afford to fight ISIS. Obviously, they don't want to fight it. They are playing games. It's a business. I call it the business of ISIS. And maybe many of you do not know how priceless the business of ISIS for people like John McCain, Graham, those senators who they are in the what is called the Council of Security in the Senate. Because if we keep ISIS exist, there's more business will happen with the Middle East, and there's more weapon purchase. The Saudi will buy more weapon, the Kuwaiti will buy more weapon, the Emirat will buy more. It's a business. Many people don't understand why ISIS still exists and why ISIS exists. It exists because we have corrupt leaders. Right now, Sarkozy, he said, you know Sarkozy, right? And the funny, Sarkozy, he present the what they call them the right wings in Europe, which is funny. Uh, he said what uh, Trump he said is scary. Let me see if I can find the article. What Trump said is scary. Why it is scary? Do you have an idea why it is scary? Let me share the screen with you so we can read together and we can discuss this together. For those who do not know, Sarkozy is a very corrupt man, and right now it's taking forever and very slow. He is under investigation by the Department of Justice in France. And what is the crime? 90% of the money he got for his election was from Al-Qaddafi. So those people, they are puppet of the Arab. To make it more specific, puppet of the Muslims. So they always speak to defend Islam, even though they look like they are not really those who belong to Islam. But the fact they are more scary than you can imagine, because they are in a position, and I'm sure soon he is going to end in jail. Already 2 of his assistants and 1 of his ministers, I believe, he is already in jail for convicted, because he was convicted of taking money of foreign leaders like Al-Qaddafi, etc. So he said, rise of Donald Trump is scary, says France, says Nicolas Sarkozy. Now, why this is scary? Scary for who specifically? Donald Trump is scary. His popularity in the United States is worrying. Former French President Sarkozy says that. Why? This man does not deserve as much attention as he gets. You deserve the attention, so he's jealous or what? You know, those people, they are the one who run right away by the order of the Prince of Qatar to kill Al-Qaddafi. But yet they are the first ones who get the money of Al-Qaddafi. So Al-Qaddafi is a criminal when there's somebody else he pay more. Al-Qaddafi was the best when Al-Qaddafi was paying more. Whoever pay more, we serve him. And now they are attacking someone they have nothing to do with him. Who is that one? Someone, his name is a Trump. Now, what Trump he present for, what is the threat Trump he come with? Number one, this guy, he is getting the attention, as he said. And they are afraid in Europe that soon somebody will be the same as a Trump. Somebody will be truthful. Somebody decide to speak things as it is. He don't want to be a politician. He want to say Islam hate us as it is, because simply Islam hate us. Chapter 5 verse 14, Allah said, I will spread hate and enmity between the Christians, one to each other, until the judgment day. Go and read it. So they are worried from Trump, but they are not worried about Europe is being destroyed. Trump is the worry. Trump, he want to close his own country border, not your border. So why you are worried? Trump want to watch the Muslims in his country, not in your country. Why you are worried? Trump is going to be a president for USA, not to France. So why you are worried? I am a servant of Muslims, and the Muslim, they told me, you better say something bad about Trump. This is why we see McCain and Graham and those people in the Republican, they are all over Trump. They are against him because those are the puppet of the Muslims in the Middle East. So if you go and read the articles about this issue, you will see how hypocrite those people. And lately they said, you know what? Do you know that the Muslims, the ISIS, they use the video of a Trump in their propaganda? Why? What Trump he said? He said Brussels used to be very beautiful 20 years ago, and now today is the capital of terror. That's it. He's right. Is he lying? Is he lying? Isn't it amazing when you say the truth, everybody go against you? The more you lie, the more you are beloved. The more you say the truth, the more people hate you. Now, as usual, the Muslims, when something happened, they make videos. They make videos to defend Islam. And this, I don't know if I can use the word gentleman for a Muslim. That would be funny. I hope that is not offending, because Muslims get offended, by the way, from anything. Should I say gentleman? Or should I say gentle shake? All right. Now, this guy, he made a video and he said, Brussels attack, is Islam responsible? Now you can play the video, you see the name, and you will see in the whole video, actually he said, according, by the way, the Muslims, when they say according to, it means those things is not exist. When they say according to, it means what they say is not exist.
We hear these terms: extremism, radicalization, terrorists. All of these terms are very much applauded or thrown towards the Muslim community or the religion of Islam. Let's analyze this in the light of the teachings of Islam and the statistics that we can record today. Point number one, those who blame Islam of extremism need to realize and understand that Islam as a religion in itself, far from being a religion of extremists, it is a religion which is anti-extremist. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands in the Qur'an, in Surah Nisa, Surah number 4, ayah number 171, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, La taghlu fi dinikum. Do not be extremists in your religion. So in Islam,
see, Islam order Muslims not to be extremist, man. Like, come on. And he quote for you a verse in the Quran, a verse saying, don't be extremist. And for sure, when we hear this, we will believe it, because simply he just got for us a verse saying, don't be extremist. Hold on, brother Abdul Muhammad Abdul Qadir Khalid, mashallah, ismallah, alhamdulillah. Is it your prophet who said the one who drink 3 beers kill him? Is that extremist? I think no. Like, come on, he just said Islam is against extremists, and he quote for us a verse from the Quran. Like, come on, what's wrong with you guys? Islam is not extremist. When the Prophet said, if somebody drink a beer, kill him, if he drink beer 4 times, this is not extreme. Let us see together. All those references, you can choose whatever you want, and all of them, they are correct reference, Islamic books. All right. So what it says? Read with me, please. Oh, this is not the one. Hold on. Let me go back. Read with me, please. Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu narrated that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, this is what Muslims have. It's not peace upon him, it is sallallahu alayhi wasallam. They make it in an artistic way, which means may Allah pray on Muhammad and salute him, because Allah, he worked for Muhammad. You know, Allah is not the God, Muhammad is a true God, face it. Said regarding the one who drink alcohol, okay, Islam is not extremist. Remember, brother, please be my witness, Islam is not extremist. If you drink for the first time, flog him. Then if you drink for the second time, flog him. Then if you drink for the third time, flog him. Then if you drink for the 4th time, kill him. Like, come on, he is explaining to you that Islam is against extremists. In Islam, Islam is not an extreme religion. If you drink beer 4 times, you get killed. You see how far away this religion from the extremist? You see, they are very nice. They do not kill you from the first beer. If you drink 4 beer, they kill you. First beer, they just beat the hell of you. Second beer, they beat the hell of you. Third beer, they beat the hell of you. But the fourth beer, they kill you. Like, come on, look how nice this religion is. Brother, Islam is far, far from extremism. I want to ask this Abdul, the one who made this video, and please talk to him. If somebody can, maybe he would dare to challenge me. If in your religion, and your prophet is the one saying that, remember the one who said this, what I read for you, this is from the mouth of Muhammad, all right, the messenger of Allah. So don't tell me Muhammad is a bad Muslim. Don't tell me Muhammad do not present Islam. Don't tell me Muhammad is a Shia. Don't tell me Muhammad is a Sunni. Don't tell me Muhammad is a Wahhabi. Don't tell me all those excuses, which is fabrication. Muhammad is your best man, and you follow him like a puppy. And he is the one who said, if you drink 4 beer, kill him. So as long Islam is against extremism, and as long Islam have a law saying that one who drink 4 beer, we should kill him. That's wonderful. How many beers those who live in Brussels they drunk in their lifetime? Are you getting my point, guys? Forget even about them being not a Muslim. Let us say Brussels, for the sake of argument, is a Muslim city. According to Islam, everybody there deserves to be killed, because there is no way they don't drink 4 beer in their lifetime. If you drink 4 beer in Islam, you are dead. 4 beer. They will kill you not because you killed somebody, not because you raped a woman, not because you steal, not because you do anything, because you drink 4 beer. And yet they want to convince us that Islam is not an extreme filthy cult. By the way, Muhammad, he used to teach Muslims how to make wine. He's expert. Even the Muslims, they used to go and pray in the mosque when they are drunk. When Muhammad got sick, he cannot drink no more. He got jealous. He said to himself, my follower are drinking, enjoying it, but I cannot drink. So Muhammad, he said to them in the beginning, we see in the Qur'an, let me show you the verse. Don't get close to prayer when you are drunk. Chapter 4, verse number 43. لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى. Don't pray when you are drunk. Because people, they were making fun of the followers of Muhammad, because everybody is drunk in the mosque. To the point Muhammad, he had to make a verse about it. But yet Muhammad, he never ordered at that time to kill those who drink, because he was desperately looking for believers. The Muslim, they say to you, Islam was a step by step. Just what? Islam is religion by step. In the beginning, he allowed them to drink. He was not tough on them until he became strong, and then he forced his rules. This is what Islam want to do to you. So Islam come to your house step by step. First, they ask you to build a mosque in the corner of the street. Second, they get more population. They ask you to allow them to have their voice loud in their mosque by speakers to bother the neighbors. Then they got more population. Then they ask you, we need a parliament member of us. Then they got more population. Then they ask you for a holiday for their day, for their religion. Then they got more population. Then they ask you to stop anything offending Islam. So you see in Europe right now, and I'm not making things up. You know what? They stop festivals because they don't want to offend Muslims. Any festival, like in France, there is a city, I forgot the name, they stop a festival because they are serving wine and pork, and they decide to stop this festival, which happening for the last maybe 1,000 years in France, because they don't want to offend the Muslims. You believe it? This is how they take over your country. It's exactly what Muhammad did. In the beginning, it is okay to drink. In the beginning, it's okay to do whatever you want until we get strong, and then we whip you out of the map. And then, you know, uh, it's your fault. As simple as that. Islam is not extreme. It's not. If a Muslim kill you for drinking for beer, this is because it's your fault. You are guilty. Then he continued, this guy saying, and again, if this guy ever he heard my video, if a Muslim he listened to us, please tell your scholars who they have a long beard, do they dare to debate me? You can bring your take beer with you. By the way, I don't drink much. I drink maybe once a year, a little beer. But according to Muhammad, for sure, I should be killed because I drank 4 beer. What if somebody insult the Prophet? As long as Islam is against extremist, what is the punishment? If I write here in the text in Arabic the word kill him, huh? Let me show you this. A thief was brought to the Prophet. He said, what? Who? A thief. By the way, Muhammad is the biggest thief in history. But as always, the thief who steals a sandwich, he got killed for it, and the one who steals like billions and countries, he's okay. Muhammad, he stole countries, he stole thousands of women from their family, he enslaved them, and he's not a thief. He is a prophet. A thief was brought to the Prophet. He said, kill him. Like what? Hold on. The people, they said to him, the Prophet, he did not do it. He just committed theft. Like people are wondering, like, what's wrong with this guy? Are you reading with me, guys? He did not ask him. He did not investigate. He did not ask him to bring witnesses. He did not anything. Just people, they brought someone to him, said, this guy, he stole. Right away, kill him. Kill him. You see how the word kill him is easy? Put him in jail is not exist in the dictionary of Muhammad. Questioning the guy, did you find the things he stole? Like this, there is a proof. He did not ask any question. Just kill him. It's like a goat, kill him. Then they complained. They said, Prophet, come on, this is too much. The guy, he just committed theft. Look what he did, the filthy man. Messenger of Allah, then he said, cut off his hand. What? A second ago it was kill him. Do you see how big the difference is? The punishment. This guy life mean nothing for him. They brought the guy, they said to him, he commit theft, kill him. This is the order. If they do not say this sentence for him, says Prophet, he just committed theft. Okay. Cut his hand. Cut his hand. Supposedly Islam is not extreme. Like, come on. The guy, this Abdul, in the video, he is teaching us that his religion is not extreme. Do you know Muslims, they cut the hand of a human being for what? Do you know what the theft to be deserved to cut your hand? Stealing an egg and above. Egg. Egg. Let me show you. All right, let us see. Here we go. May Allah curse at the thief who steals an egg for which his hand is cut off. For what? Egg. Obviously, this poor guy, he is hungry. This is the reference, huh? This poor guy is hungry. He stole an egg. He stole what? An egg. But Islam is not extreme. The beauty of Islam, that this is a religion which is not extreme, and this religion cut the hands of people because they stole an egg. Do you understand, people, why Muslims are aggressive? Why they commit crimes everywhere they go? Because they are coming from a background of such a filthy cult, where people, they lose their hands. And by the way, what if they stole an egg from a Christian? Oh, then we don't cut his hand. Actually, you know what? I saw an article. Yeah, here in the Dean Show. Just to show you what money does these days. Harvard University recognize Quranic verse as one of the greatest expression of justice. What? Harvard University, they are looking for the best teaching of justice in the universe, and they found it in a verse in the Quran. Now I'm sure all of you will be wondering, like, what is that verse which is Harvard University? By the way, Harvard University, they are the puppet of the Prince of Saudi Arabia, Prince Talal. He spent hundreds of millions of dollars in the university, and almost the university is under their shoes. They have a mosque there. They have a Quran sign in the front of the door. It's totally owned by the Saudi prince. This is why they became the puppet of Islam. What is the verse which is he's talking about, or the University of Harvard, chapter 4, verse number 135? Man, and what the verse saying? Let me make it big for you, please. O you who believed, precisely standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it is to be against yourself or parent and relative, whether one is rich or poor, Allah is more worthy for both. Hold on. Those stupid who quote this verse for us, do you know what this verse is about? Do you know what it's mean to witness against yourself or even your parents? What if your parents decide to leave Islam? A Muslim, he will witness against them, and he will take them to the Sharia Allah, and they will chop their head. See the justice? Like, seriously, do you see the justice? You know, the Quran is the book of supposedly the high mighty God, which he live in the sewage, because I cannot find anything high mighty about him. And this high mighty, The West is praising by lying to their own people about it. If we go to the Quran chapter 4, just to show you how chapter 4 is very filthy, disgusting, the same chapter, I'm not going to pick up my cherries. You see, as long as they said the Quran, they found a verse in the Quran is the high justice verse in the whole universe, one of the greatest expression of justice. I'm not saying that, they are saying that. So if we go to the Quran and we read the chapter of An-Nisa, this is verse number 135. I will go from the beginning. I will show you how filthy this chapter is. In the same chapter, it says you can marry 2, 3, 4, 5 through 3, 2 and 3 and 4 women. And by the way, Muslims today, they explain this verse that you can marry up to 4 women. The fact it's not. The fact it is 9 women. This is why many of the Khalifa, they had up to 9 wives in the same time, 2 and 3 and 4. Now, is it justice, Harvard University, that a man, he is allowed to have 4? This is nothing yet. What about the verse where it says you can beat them? You can what? You can beat your wife. Verse number 34. The site is a little bit slow, or maybe my internet is slow. I'm going to show you. Yeah, this website is kind of HTML, I think, so it's slow. Here we go. This is the Muslim translation, not my translation. The same chapter, they are giving us the propaganda about the justice of Islam in it. The most justifying verse in the universe of justice. It's in the Quran chapter 4. Look what the verse is saying. You can beat your wife, and by the way, this is a false translation. When they say to you between 18, the Muslims put between 2 brackets, it means it's not there. Just take it as a rule. All right? If you fear the arrogance of your wife, fear what? Fear what? Fear the arrogance. Let me make it in a better in this website. It's more clear. The text is black and more clear. All right. Here we go. Chapter 4, verse number 34. You can choose any translation you want. As I said, I don't accept any of them. Men are the protectors and maintainers of women. Okay, the justice of Islam, we start from here. Why? Look, not because they are, let us say, their duty. No. Not because men, they are stronger and they have more duty. No. Because they spend their money on them. Because Allah has made one of them to excel in the other, and because they spend their money on them. What? So if the man, he spent his money in a woman, that means she make her less. Well, Muhammad was working for Khadija. How come Khadija was not? She's a woman, and she was the one who feed him. And the guy, he married her for one reason, for he is poor and she is very rich, and she was almost 25 years older. Therefore, etc., etc. And then he says, as to those women who those part you see lil conduct. What? The translation is very funny. What he's saying here, if you feel or fear that your wife, she is not really too much obedience to you, that doesn't mean she is a bad person. No. It doesn't mean even she ever disobey you. No, you just fear, you think she might disobedience. Let me change the translation. Like maybe she is thinking about it to be disobedience, just thinking. Read with me. As to those women, one those part you fear disloyalty and ill conduct. What? You fear, which means they did not do anything yet. Like, you know, you said to your wife, you bring me some water. Your wife is okay. Sound like she is not happy. That's what they are talking about. You fear that they are starting to do things you don't like. So what Islam, the religion of justice, give them? You school them, which means you scream at her, you stupid idiot. When I say to you, bring me water, you run like a horse and you bring me water right away. If that doesn't work, then you stop sleeping with them, which means actually what the translation here is very false. وَهْجُرُوهُمْ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ, which means jail them in their rooms. Jail them in their rooms. It's not about not to sleep with them. Jail them in their rooms. You let them stay in their room. Don't get out as a punishment. And there's nothing in the Quran is first and next as here they say to you between two brackets. As I said, it's a fabrication. Then it says and beat them, and look what they say between the two bracket lightly. What is the word lightly in the Quran? Honest to God, I never saw one Muslim is not a liar. I challenge the Muslim, any Muslim, from the biggest one in the world to the smallest one in the world, to show me where the word lightly is exist in the Quran. You see, Islam is not the religion of extreme. If you fear your women, she is not too much obedience, you beat her. Islam is not extreme. So we kill the man for drinking 4 beer. We cut the hand for stealing an egg. Actually, the punishment was kill him. I showed you, right? You remember? I showed you the punishment. For killing an egg, Muhammad want to kill a man for stealing an egg. And then he adjusts the punishment for cutting his hand. Islam is not extreme. And look, let us continue. So he is right. All right. So cut his hand off. Okay. So he's right. They cut his right hand. Wow. How merciful Islam is. So his hand was cut off. He was brought a second time. Muhammad, he said, kill him. Look. By the way, the Muslims here, they are teaching you wisdom. The purpose of this story, according to Muslims, the way they see it, different from the way we see it. Muhammad here is a wise man. Okay. So they are fabricating kind of a story about first time, second time, third time, because I believe strongly the whole story is never exist. All right. But what the Muslims know for sure, that Muhammad, he cut hands and feet as a punishment. So look, they brought him for the second time for the same crime, for theft. The people said to him, he commit theft. The messenger then he said, cut off his foot. Islam is not extreme. This guy, he stole egg for the second time. So what we do? The first time he stole an egg, we cut his hand off, the right hand. So now he have one hand. The second time he stole an egg, we cut his foot. And by the way, the Quran says, this is the verse in the Quran, by the way. All right. In case you do not know, the Quran says that those who do mischievement, you crucify them and you cut their hands and their foot from opposite direction. This is why he says one right, like the first one he cut his right hand, the second, like this, the second cut is going to be his left foot, opposite direction. See it? Chapter 5 verse number 33. All right. So the punishment of those who do wage war against Islam, stealing an egg, guys, is stealing an egg. You see, when Muslims, they say to you, you are waging war, you think like there's an army, there is Marines, there's tanks, there's airplane. No, no, no. You wage war, it's a stealing an egg. If you say Islam is false, you are waging war. If you steal an egg from a Muslim, you are waging war. If you steal an egg from a Christian store, you are a good guy. So the punishment of those who wage war against Allah and his apostle and strive make mischievement in the land, all right, what is the punishment? To be murdered. That's why Muhammad keeps saying kill him. Each time they bring the guy, he says kill him. Or crucified. Do you understand now why ISIS, they crucify people? Seriously, do you understand now why ISIS, they crucified people? ISIS are not making punishment of their mind. This is 100% Islamic. This is not even something to think about if it's true or not. They practice a crucifixion all over because this is very Islamic. They are not coming from the moon with it. It is the Qur'an saying that. But this Abdul, in his video, he says to us, Islam is not extreme. And by the way, in his video, he says, according to the FBI report. When a Muslim says according to FBI report, it means it's a lie. Go check that report, you will see the opposite. Actually, I did. He said, according to the FBI report, the 6% only from terrorist attack in the world are done by Muslims. What a big fat liar. I went to the FBI website. And I searched not for what happened, for what not happened, the prevented one. All of them done by Muslims. Read with me. All this list. This is a list of since 9/11 how many attacks the FBI was able to stop. This is, by the way, FBI. This does not include CIA, not include the intelligence, not include any, you know. This is the FBI alone, department. How many attacks they prevented, not the attacks would happen. Read the names. Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib, Saudi ambassador, whatever, etc. Read the names. The organization of Al-Shabaab, a Somali national charge, etc. Okay, here we go. Iraqi citizen, Osama bin Laden, Michael C. Fintone, Aka Talib Islam. His name is Talib Islam. He converted to Islam. Like you will see names, you think those are Christians, but those are converts. All those terrorists are Muslims. Farouk Ahmad, Abdullah Taha Al-Martiki, Khalid Ali Al-Madawarsari. Come on. But in his Colin R. LaRose Aka Jihad Jane, she changed her name. Filthy women, stupid women. She converted to Islam. Look what happened to you. The second your son convert to Islam, he wanna kill you. You see how powerful this evil cult is. They convert your kids and they want to fight you by your own kids. Yet in the video he said that it is not really, you know, the most of the terrorist attack is done not by Muslims. You know, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, he said that 5,000 people they are killed in the month of Ramadan by Muslims. Do you see it? 5,000 Muslims killed by Muslims in the peaceful month of Ramadan. You see, the Muslim, they say in Ramadan people don't kill, they don't go for war, etc. Blah 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 blah. It's all kind of lie. Remember, the war in 1973 against Israel was in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is the month of war. It's the opposite. It is a month where crimes increase widely, which is proving Muhammad to be a false liar. Why? Because Muhammad, he said that in the month of Ramadan, Allah put the chains and in the hand and the feet of the shaitan. But according to research and studies, the month of Ramadan is the month of crimes. So this prime minister, who is a Muslim, and by the way, he's corrupt, they found him, he received gifts from Saudi Arabia, $680 million. Imagine. Do you see why they are fighting over to be presidents and prime ministers? $680 million for little tiny prime minister of a country which is small. So how much the Saudi are paying Obama? If they are willing to pay such a Abdul, who is not important, you know, this is not USA, this guy is not the president of such an important country, it's just nothing. Who cares about Malaysia? $680 million bribe. And according to the Department of Justice of the country of Malaysia, this is a gift, it's not a bribe. So they get him away with it, with the bribes, because the one who has such a money, he can bribe everybody. This is why you see your presidents and your leaders lying to you. Like, do you know, did you ask yourself why the president of France, he is so desperate to defend Islam? He is so desperate to go to destroy Syria because the Prince of Qatar, he wants him to do so. For he have a fight with the president of Syria. Why they were so desperate to kill Al-Qaddafi? Because all of those Saudi, Qatari, Emirati, they hate Al-Qaddafi. They are doing the agenda of the Arab leaders, and they get paid highly for it. Nothing for free, my friend. The only thing for free is you. They sacrifice you in the street, they sacrifice you in the station, they sacrifice you in the airport. Die. Die, and then we will make a speech about fighting terrorism. Die, and we will win election because of you. They sacrifice you for their propaganda, for their office. Just yesterday, the guy, his name is Ted Cruz, he said we should watch the Islamic neighborhood. Ted Cruz, he noticed that election is not working good with him, so he said, let me copy what Trump he say. Let me be Trump for the coming few months. So maybe I will get some of the support Trump he is getting, because obviously those things he say, which in the beginning we condemn him for saying them, I start saying them too, because those are fake people. So when Abdul, he come to you with a false statement saying to you that Islam is not extreme, you need to ask yourself, is that a truthful or it is a lie? Is that a real or it's a fabrication? And as you see, my friends, I never showed you something, I never say something without proof. Be my witness. I never said something without providing my evidence. We did not continue, by the way, the story for you. So they brought the guy the second time. He said, Muhammad, he said, kill him. The people said, he has committed theft. The messenger said, okay, cut off his foot. The left foot was cut off. He was, can you imagine how painful this punishment is? Guys, seriously, like, you know, we are reading just text. We are just reading text about cutting hands, cutting foot. But can you imagine how ugly, disgusting it is? Like, what kind of a human being is doing such a thing? What kind of a human being, he want to kill a hungry man for staying an egg. It's not even a chicken. Obviously the man is hungry. but yet they say Muhammad was the most merciful man. By the way, if you want to be part of the conversation, you can click at the video where it says be part of the conversation. In the top of the video there's a bar, and you can post your question to me or you can share with us. Then he was brought the third time, and the Prophet said, kill him. The people said, he has committed theft, Messenger of Allah. So he said, okay, cut his hand off. Like, look, now he have two hands off. People in the world, listen to me carefully. This person now, he have two hands cut it off and one foot is off. What is left of him? This is not an extreme religion. Close your eyes and imagine a human being. He have no hands because Muhammad, the peaceful prophet, cut them off, and he have one foot is cut off, so he have only one limb left. It is the right foot. He is now without hands. He have no left foot, which means he cannot do anything. He can't even drink water by his own. Mercy. Come on, this is an unbelievable mercy. And look, just to show you how the lie keep working, I want to show you how Muslims, and I want to expose their lies about their hadith. They brought him the fourth time, which means he commit theft for the first time, just to show you how stupid the Muslims are. And I say the word stupid without hesitation. A man, he has two hands is cut it off. His left foot is cut it off. How he stole for the fourth time? I mean, seriously, guys, are you listening to me? A person, we cut his hands, both hands. We cut his left foot. He have only one right foot. How he can steal again? Are we listening? Are you getting my point why I say Muslims, they fabricate stories about their prophet? If there is a man is okay, I don't know how to explain. Listen to me, please. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This is the first time they brought him for a theft. A thief. He is a thief. Muhammad, he said, kill him. So this is the first time Muhammad said, kill him. The Muslim, they said to him, Prophet, he just committed theft, which means this is not justice to kill him with the for this. So he said, okay, well, cut his hand off. So what they did, so his right hand was cut off. All right, you see it? So now he lost his first right hand. Then they brought him for the second time. Muhammad said, kill him. The people, they said, he has committed theft. The Messenger of Allah said, oh, okay, cut off his foot. So his left foot cut off. Remember, the rule is to cut from opposite direction. So if they cut your right hand first, then they will cut the whatever in the opposite direction next, which means going to be his left foot. So his left foot was cut off. So now this guy, he lost one right hand and one left foot. Remember that. Then he was brought a third time. A third time. Muhammad said, kill him. So this is the third time Muhammad, he said, kill him. All right. This was the second time Muhammad said, kill him. And the third time, they brought him for committing a theft. For what? For committing a theft. So Muhammad, he said to them, kill him. They said to him, Prophet, well, he committed theft. So the messenger of Allah said, okay, cut off his hand. So now he have two hands off. Two hands is gone off. For the one who do not have a good memory, let us say. So he have two hands is gone. And then they brought him for the first time. Hold on. The guy he stole the fourth time. The question, Muslims, Abdul, you see, I do not know how much stupid you are, but I am not a stupid like you. How the guy, he have no hands, he have one foot left, he stole. I want any of you to tell me how this happened. Seriously. Like, do you people have a brain? Yeah, I have somebody saying, he's making fun, he's saying maybe he had to steal with his teeth. But he cannot walk. Listen, if you don't have hands, listen to me carefully, guys. Let us say I have one foot left, right? But in order even to walk with the one foot, I need to use a hand to hold a stick or something. You know what I'm saying? A guy, he have only one foot, which means he cannot move no more. He have no hands. How they brought him for the fourth time for the crime of theft? And then the Prophet, without investigating anything, how he was able to steal, he just said, okay, kill him. This is the fourth time. Kill him. The people said, he has committed theft. Messenger of Allah, so he said, cut off his foot. So now this guy, he has no feet, he has no hands. So his right foot was cut off. So we took him away. Oh, sorry, hold on. Then he was brought for the fifth time. Like what? What? The guy, he has no feet. He has no hands. And he is stealing for the fifth time? People, are we going to go crazy? Are you listening to me? A man, he don't have feet at all. A man, he has no hands at all, which means he cannot move, he cannot grab anything, he cannot go anywhere, he cannot do anything, he cannot drink his own water. They brought him for the fifth time for the same crime. And then Muhammad, he said, kill him. So we took him and we killed him. How we kill him? They throw stones at him. You see how merciful Islam, brother? Do you see how intelligent the Prophet is? Do you see how even they fabricated stories? This is why you cannot trust anything in Islamic resource. You know, when I get my degree in the Islamic law, I called my dad to tell him, I got a degree, Dad, I'm done. He said, you got a degree in 14. I was so upset. Seriously, I was so upset because I felt like I was insulted. I spent all those years studying Islam, and then he says to me, "You got a degree in 14." He was right. He is absolutely right. Not long after what he said, I figured out this is a religion of 14. There's nothing there is truthful. There's nothing there is worth it. It's a stupid religion, and all the resource cannot be true. It's a fabrication. You do not need to be a genius to know that this story cannot be true. And if it is true, it's a disaster. And the grade is Hassan, which means it's accepted and it's good. So Muslim cannot say to you, this is a weak hadith, by the way. You see it? They cannot say this is a weak hadith, blah, 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 blah. So this is a stupid story, is a very legitimate story for Muslims. When I say, in order to be a Muslim, you have to be stupid, I am not insulting. Seriously, I'm not insulting. Don't think I'm insulting. It's a fact. This is why, you know, it's very important what we do, exposing this cult, because you guys, there is no way you can get those references by your own. It's going to take you forever. And even if you find it, by the way, like maybe now the translation is not too much fabricated, but usually it's hard to find a translation is not fabricated. Muslims are people of dishonesty. They never translate anything in a truthful way. The same as when they make their videos. You know, they say to us Islam is against terrorism, when the Quran say clearly, you know what, go and install. By the way, what the point of cutting off hands and feet? I will tell you what the point. Anyone knows? Anyone knows what the point of cutting hands of somebody for stealing an egg? It's terror. Terror. It's not for the punishment, let us say, not for the crime itself. It's to fear Muhammad, because that will give you an idea how criminal this man is. Muhammad, he come with those punishment not because he is against theft. He himself is a thief. There's a verse in the Quran where the Muslims accuse their prophet of stealing an underwear, and this underwear was simply stolen from a man is dead. The Muslims, they killed him, and now they are fighting over his clothes. This is exactly what gang and thieves do. They kill you, and now they fight, and after they kill you, they fight over your wallet. When the Muslims accuse their prophet, let us see why it's not coming. When the Muslims accuse the prophet, here we go, chapter 3, verse 161. When they accuse him of theft, and if you go and see the interpretation of the verse, which is nothing but about a red velvet clothes, piece of a clothes, went missing after the fight when they attack a bunch of guys. Obviously, some stories they say he was a Jew, some they say it was the kuffar, whatever they say. They killed the man, and they are fighting over his clothes, and there is a red underwear is missing, and they are accusing their prophet that he is the one who took it. And if you are a Muslim, you don't believe what I'm saying, I can go and show you the reference. This is chapter 3, verse 161. Let's go to the interpretation. I hope the site will work. You see, this website have a problem. It says this user blog Flip Mac is not supported. And no, so I hope it's going to work. All right. So verse number 3, 161. Okay. You see, it's not a flipping. Oh, let us see. I think I found a solution. Here we go. Anyway, read with me. But I will try to find the other. Hold on. Let me see this. Maybe I do this. That will work. All right. I found a way. Do you see it? When some red velvet cloth went missing in the day of Badr, and some people began to say, perhaps the Prophet took it. The following verse was revealed. It's not for the Prophet to be a fraud, to steal, but the fact it is a theft. This is a booty. This is the spoils from the gang when they attack the caravans. They are fighting over clothes. Even let us say it's a war zone. What kind of a prophet and what kind of followers? His followers, they accuse him of stealing a red underwear. This is Muhammad. This is the truth. Those are the Muslims. It's a bunch of gang. Islam started as a gang. It's not a religion. This is a gang from the beginning to the end. You join the gang, you are safe. Actually, someone of you says to me, can you explain to me where it says Aslim Taslam? Let me show you. Aslim Taslam. You send me an email. I just saw it today. It says, can you explain to us what Aslim Taslam mean? Aslim Taslam mean became a Muslim, convert, you are safe. Muhammad, he used to send letters. He sent 3 letters to the 3 kings, and the Muslim, they say to everybody until now, Aslim Taslam. Here we go. Convert to Islam. Here we go. The Prophet said to Uday ibn Hatim, enter Islam and you will be safe. Do you see it? If the Muslim, they want to say to you this is weak, I can show you from a strong hadith, because you know the Muslim games, right? We know them. There we go. فأسلم تسلم. Sahih. This one is Sahih. All right. If you became a Muslim, you will be safe. Do you see it? If you became a Muslim, you will be safe. This is Islam. And this is Muhammad. And yet we find someone like this guy, this Abdul, he want to fool you. You know, I'm serious when I say the Muslim, they think that the Western are a bunch of stupid. And I understand why Muslims, they think that of you. When they see someone like George Bush, Obama, Hillary Clinton, and all those who claim to be leaders, Sarkozy, the president of France, everybody, it's a fashion. Says Islam is peace, Islam is a great religion. They themselves, they know you are a stupid fool. You know Islam is a religion teach us to kill you. Like, what do you think if you are a Muslim and you hear someone saying such a thing about your religion when they know that you know that Islam teach to kill you? You know, do you know how many articles they said about Trump for saying Islam hate us? How many articles? If I say tens of thousands in one day, like the second day Trump, he says Islam hate us, the second day the whole news all over saying Trump racist, Trump etc. What is saying the truth? Islam hate us. Islam say clearly that Allah will spread hate and enmity between the Christians specifically. He is not bringing something from his own. He is not fabricating stories. Chapter 5 verse number 14. You can read any false translation you want. So do Islam hate us? Yes. Islam hate us as a Christian, and he have a plan for us. Not only he hate us, he want to spread hate between us. This is why I don't appreciate those who claim to be Christians, but they divide the Christians between Catholic and Protestant and Orthodox, which I call it the stupid debate. You know, when the Christians, they involve in this stupid debate, which is not a debate no more. It's an insult. It is disgusting. It's a fabrication. It's full of lies. Like you see some, they say the Catholic, they are the one who made Islam, which is absolutely, absolutely false. And you know me, I'm not a Catholic. And I am not interested to be a Catholic. And I have many things against the Catholic things. But it's a lie when somebody say a lie. I don't support lies. And we Christian, we should not allow those who they are false leaders to divide us. And this is what Islam wants. People don't understand me. You know, people, they say to me, Christian Prince, but Catholic, they are wrong. You know, let me tell you something, my brother. I'm wrong too. I am a sinner. If you think you are perfect, if you think you are angel, if you think you are God, well, you do not need Jesus anyway. If they are wrong, correct them, love them, show them the right from the wrong. But you don't say they are not Christians. Those people, they worship Jesus, they love Jesus, they pray for Jesus, they believe in Jesus as salvation and the crucifixion and the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. They believe in every major thing in Christianity. If they have something wrong, no problem, teach them. And that goes for all of us. If you see something wrong on me, teach me. But don't tell me you are not Christian. Who are you to say that? Jesus said, whoever believe in me, whoever believe in me. There's no Catholic, there's no Protestant, there's no Orthodox. It's a lie. This is all is the division is in the front of your eyes. This is from the devil, Allah. People, do you understand? Christians, do you understand? Do you see why I'm against you to be divided? Because when you do that, you serve the devil. Ask yourself a very simple question. When we are united, is that will make Jesus happy? Just a question. When we are divided, is that going to make Jesus happy? Which one you think Jesus will pick up? So I appreciate the Christians who work for the unity of the Christians. And I feel disgusted from those who divide the Christians, like Mr. James White. Somebody is asking me in the text, where is the video you challenging James White to debate you? It's in my other account. However, this coward, he will never do so because he knows he's no match. This coward, James White, he have no problem to defend Islam, but he cannot live without attacking the Catholic every day. He defends Islam every day. He attacked the Catholic every day. This is why I say those people are of the devil. But it's not their fault. You see, those people, they have supporters. And the supporters is what they serve. They serve supporters, which is misleaded. Those supporters, they think attacking Catholicism is going to make us good Christians. And this is false. Like, you know, today I saw many articles against the Pope because he invited refugee, and in the Easter day, they're preparing for the Easter, and he washed their feet. Everybody is against it. But they will not say to you those refugees are Christians. Those are Christian refugees. You know what? They deserve to wash their feet more than anyone. Those poor Christians, they lost their family, they lost their homes, they lost their kids, they lost their money, they lost their jobs, they lost their life. Don't be stupid. I am against bringing a refugee, but not the Christians. Those are the ones who deserve the Christian. Christians, Yazidi, yes. Those are the ones who don't want to harm your country. Bring them. They deserve it. But many, they became so stupid. It's like tsunami. You know what? We join the crowd. Whatever the crowd say, we say. Whatever the crowd scream, we scream. Whatever the crowd sing, we sing. You know, human beings, they follow a theory of the cattle. You know the cattle? Like a bunch of goats. Nobody want to use his brain. Nobody want to think. I am against Islam. I am against bringing a refugee. But think. He brought who? So what if he brought refugee to wash their feet? Those are Christians. Do you think I am against my own people? I am from there too. Do you think I'm a bad person? I am from the Middle East. I am a Christian from the Middle East. I am not coming from the moon to you. We risk our life to be Christians. It's not easy for us to be Christians. You do not know what it means to be Christians in the Middle East. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I risk just to say what I'm saying right now. You should appreciate those people. They are witnessing for Jesus in the land where nobody dared to witness for Jesus. Those people, they accepted the humiliation of Islam for 1400 years and they stay in their faith. Isn't it amazing? 1400 years of this honesty life where Muslims, they are not honest with them, unjust, filthy behavior, kidnapping their women, chopping their head, killing them, stealing their money, taking their land. And after all of this, stay Christians. Do you remember the Coptic guys where ISIS, they kidnapped them in Libya? They gave them a choice. If you convert to Islam, we will not kill you. They refuse. Should we appreciate those Christians? Should we? Maybe you do not remember their pictures, don't you? Maybe you forgot about them. Maybe you remember only people who got killed in Europe. You see, when somebody get killed in Europe, the whole world have to know about it. When those people, poor people, Coptic Christians, Middle Eastern, Syrian Christians, Iraqi Christians, like, come on, who care? Who care for those people? Nobody. So are you saying to me, if those people, they came to you as a refugee, they don't deserve to have a shelter? Don't mix things up, please. Don't mix up between Islam and those who are not Muslims. If someone is seeking refuge because his life in risk, give him shelter. The Lord, the Bible says, he ordered us actually to accept the strangers, but not to accept the evil and the devil. And Muslims, they come with their devil. They are not coming really for refuge. They are coming for different purpose. Why a Muslim want to run from his country? He is safe. He is an Islamic land. The one who's running is the Christian. If someone is a Buddha, he come to your land and he seek refuge, do you think I will refuse him? No, I will take him in my home. I refuse a Muslim, for I know that they cannot be trusted. for this religion is ugly. But those who they are Christians, why we want to take them in the same category? Why you want to put the Christians, the poor Christians who have no crime, they have no guilt except being Christians in the Middle East? Why you want to put them in the same basket with the Muslims? That's not fair. Now, stating many facts, you see, each time we speak about Islam, we show more facts and more facts as if we showed nothing yet. Because trust me, I can show you stupid, disgusting things about this religion forever. When I say forever, I mean it. But it's time to talk about the solution. What is the solution for this filthy cult religion? It is a solution. There is two solutions. And I hope people, they will listen to me carefully. You see, I'm not a person who love war. I don't like war. War it brings nothing but evil. This is true. But we are already in war. It's not a choice. There's two solutions. The war which is eternal, that is the war against evil, that will not stop. So either we decide to become warriors, stand against the devil and his teaching, and Islam is one of his teaching, and maybe one of the most advanced evil one, or we give up and we let the devil take over. So the war have two sides. Army side, which means we have to vote for a leader who is strong, is powerful, is believer in what he will do. We can trust him, he is confident, and he can lead the nation for victory. And the second war is, which is the most important, is to fight the belief of Islam, and that by doing what I do. Because trust me, those terrorists, they will be out of supply if we convince Muslims that Islam is false. Who is going to commit suicide for sake of a false religion? Nobody. So you have to win the mind of the Muslims, show them how stupid it is. Like many of you might say, oh, if a Muslim watch my video, you think he will leave Islam? Yes, he will leave Islam. They will say, well, but you are insulting all the time. He will leave Islam. I witness a lot of Muslims leaving Islam by watching my videos. Because I am tough, because I am rough, because I speak harsh, they leave Islam. The one who love you is the one who make you cry. And they will notice that, because I'm showing a reference. I'm not making things up. You see, if you are a person who makes speeches, you call names, and you don't prove what you say. I never call names. I say Muslims are liars, they are. I say Muhammad is a false man, he is. I'm not calling names. I'm proving facts. And it's true. So please, if you have any question, if you want to be part of what we do, spread my videos, subscribe, tell your friends please to subscribe to our video. If you have a question you want to send to me, you can contact me in this website. You can send me a private message. Simply, this is the same as Facebook, and it's the same website you can make a donation to if you think you will help. But for me, maybe I should give up asking people to help us in donation, because it looks like nobody is listening. However, if you have a question for me, if you have a Muslim want to debate me, and please, especially if you have a Muslim want to debate me, bring him. I want to see a brave Muslim. He have the courage and the knowledge to prove me wrong. It's a wish. It's a wish I have. So if you have a Muslim want to debate me, don't hesitate for a second. Bring the Abdul for me. And please inform your friends from now on that I have my coming book is going to be in the French, which is a translation of the Deception of Allah, and the name is going to be The Secrets of the Arabian Prophet. So if you are a person who speaks French, Please help us to promote the book for those who speak French. Now, French language is spoken by many, not only those who live in France. And I think many of you know that already, right? So, me, myself, I'm not a Frenchman. I don't speak of French. I speak maybe a few words, but I need your help to help me to promote the book so more and more people will read it, and especially those who speak of French. And I hope that more people will help us to translate my books to German, to Chinese, Japanese. It's a wish. I would love to see that happening. And it can happen if there is a true warriors who want to help. Sadly, most of the time we don't find those true warriors. We find people who want to watch. You can be a warrior by doing whatever you can. Share the video, respond to Muslims, learn, take reference. You see the reference I'm showing you? Take reference, organize them in your bookmark. So one day you will not look for me to find it. Education, my friend, is priceless. You see what makes Muslims don't dare to debate me? Because of my education, not because of my name. They are so happy to debate you. You see, they are fighting over debating James White or David Wood, but they don't dare to get close to me. Because they know they cannot play games here. Those who speak English only, it's very easy to play them, because their source or resource is very limited. Those who they are coming from the Middle East, who they are called Arab, their story is different. Muslims, they fear debating them because they know their resource is different from those who speak English only. So there's a lot of surprises will come, and especially someone who have history of crushing Muslims like me. Why a Muslim will debate me? It's not smart of him. However, we might get lucky and we find someone who is brave to do so. Challenge him to debate me, and let us see if he can do it. Again, please don't forget to subscribe to our video, and if you like it, if you will download my videos, feel free. All right, but don't forget to share the link, please, underneath, so people they can contact me, and people they can know, or they will know where this is coming from. And you can visit my website, investigateislam.com, and I hope you guys are really enjoying what we do and learning. And I believe strongly that there is no way you will watch our videos and you will not learn something new. It's impossible. It's impossible, because our videos is videos of education. This is not a talk show. A bunch of stupid idiots speaking about a woman she bought a new bra. There's a live show. It's called the Turks. I saw on YouTube. Stupid talk. There's nothing there, but there's 2,000 people watching live. What a shame. A bunch of idiots speaking about nothing, talking about nothing, teaching nothing. You learn nothing from them. You waste your time, and they have 2,000 people listening to them. With this, I say thank you for listening and for being with us, and I hope you keep following with us and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow with the coming show, if God keep us alive to do tomorrow work. Thank you. God bless.
How majestic is your name, how redeeming is your grace, how unselfish is your love, that you would give your all for us. So we cry out, holy is the Lamb, and we cry out, worthy is our Lord, and we cry out, we have been redeemed. We cry out, we cry out. How revealing are your truths, and how compassionate are you, ever faithful till the end. How blessed we are to call you friend. So we cry out, holy is the Lamb, and we cry out, worthy is our Lord, and we cry out, we have been redeemed, and we cry out, we cry out. As we bow down to worship, incline your ear to hear us. Father, fill us with your presence. So we cry out, holy is the Lamb, and we cry out, worthy is our Lord, and we cry out, we've been redeemed, and we cry out, we cry out.